Do a little refresh check. So you guys see, this is my branded store this year. Had a pretty rough June, but it's starting to pick back up recently. But anyways, in today's video, what I'm going to go over is all about branded dropshipping. I'm also going to show you the store that I exited, the branded dropshipping store, as well as a bunch of other examples and how you guys can implement this too. So without any further ado, let's hop right in. Boom. So this is the very first branded dropshipping store I sold for multiple six figures. I don't think that they've really changed a lot. I sold this a couple years ago, but some proof that this is mine. That's me in this video clip here. So I use the product, but yeah, it was just a viral shower head that a ton of people were selling. But what I did is I branded it. I got custom packaging. I made a bunch of custom content, blew up on TikTok, and started scaling on Facebook and TikTok ads. And then I was able to exit it after about 10, 11 months for multiple six figures. So not only did I cash flow the whole way, make money the whole way, like normal drop shipping, when you brand it, you also have the ability to sell. So that's what I want to talk about in this video, and I want to show you guys some examples. So quickly, kind of what I was talking about. What is a branded drop shipping store, right? So basically you get, custom packaging. Doesn't have to be anything crazy. It can just be like a bag with your logo, or in the case of this, it was a box with my logo with like an insert card. Very simple, but it's branded. It's not like the Chinese drop shipping. And then the big one is custom content and socials, right? So minimum an Instagram account. I think nowadays an Instagram account is a lot more important than a TikTok account. It's just way harder to go viral on TikTok now. You're, stuck on like 300 views on most posts, unless you're doing like the gimmicky shit that a lot of kids do nowadays. But really, custom content, which doesn't have to be super expensive. I've gone over that in a video, how you can get a ton of custom content for cheap and use AI to make a shit ton of different video iterations, and socials. That's pretty much the bulk of it, as well as good shipping, right? So use like Unixpress or 4PX or CNE Express, something like that, where generally you can get it to the US in like 5 to 7 days. And what good shipping times does really, it just gives an overall better customer experience, right? So if the customer experience is better, then obviously they're a lot more likely to buy from you again. And the more repeat purchases you get, the more profit you get. And the more profit you get, the higher your multiple is when selling it. So again, that goes into why you do branded drop shipping. So normal drop shipping, you can scale up and dump, right? So you can scale up, let's say you get $1 million in 3 months. Let's say your margins are great and you do 200K profit, and then it's like done. Now you might be able to go on Flippa, and if you sell it on an uptrend, you might be able to get a 1x multiple on the profit for that. So you might be able to get like 200K. Good chance you probably won't, because it's only open for 3 months. But if you brand it, and let's say you do even less, let's say you average like 150K a month, but you're averaging 20% margins, right? So let's say you do the exact same revenue, it's just over a longer period of time, and maybe there's some up and downs, but your overall trend is maybe a little bit up. You're going to have a much bigger multiple, and you're still going to make the same amount of profit. But then also you don't have to just go find and test a bunch of new products, pump and dump, and it's just a lot more sustainable and a better business model. What are the best product niches? Honestly, guys, it can be just about anything. I was telling one of my students, like the gel blaster gun. Now, there's a lot on TikTok that actually look like guns, but this was like the first one. It's just like, it looks like it's just a little toy, just a little gel blaster. I mean, they blew up to like multi 8 figures, and you'd think it's just kind of a gimmick, but they did a really good job branding and marketing, and now they are in like Walgreens and Walmart and stuff like that. So they went like full on retail, and they've scaled to multi 8 figures, and it's just like a drop shipping product that they branded. Movement Watches was a drop shipping product they branded and sold for $100 million. Gymshark obviously started out as drop shipping. So it can really be anything, but in my experience, the best is problem solving or some kind of shortcut. So like weight loss or something that makes, gives someone like an instant result, right? This is for not even just drop shipping. This is for anything. Something where the person can put in the least amount of effort and get maximum result. and also the shorter time frame. So Hormozy talks about this, like the value equation. I forget exactly what it is, but it's like the shorter amount of time to get to the person's destination of their end result, the more value that it has, right? So if you came up with some magic weight loss pill, like Ozempic, look at how Ozempic is blown up. It's because the time frame to lose weight and the ease to lose weight, it makes the value of Ozempic like extremely high, right? So that's why people are spending thousands and thousands of dollars on this because it's a shortcut, right? They take it, they don't get hungry, they lose fat quickly. So it is a massive shortcut and a massive problem solving. So now what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to hop into a few branded dropshipping stores that I've just kind of stumbled across. And I'm going to talk about them, why I think they're good, what I think they could do better, and kind of range from like small to medium to like a extreme example, right? So the first one I saw is this one. You've probably seen something like this. It's pheromone perfume. Just out the gate, like it looks obviously pretty branded. They're using the shrine theme, but like look at these images. And like if you look on AliExpress, this is literally just the AliExpress product, right? So they didn't even like change the packaging. This is just, I'm pretty sure Photoshop, as I'll show you. But like their images look super clean. They have pretty good offer, 2 bottle. There's a lot of things I'd do. I'd probably test like a buy one get one free, but clearly this is working for you. We can check their similar web. Yeah, look, 80,000 a month. So they're probably doing multi 6 figures a month minimum. So it looks good, looks clean. See right here. This is just the basic AliExpress, product. So what they've done is they've just taken that product. They've gotten a ton of custom content on it, made a good branded website. It's nothing crazy. Like they're just using the shrine theme. It just looks good and clean. Good reviews of like people in relationships. Some cute girls. Obviously, if this is for men, like showing pretty women is obviously going to help. So this is a pretty good example of how they've taken a basic dropshipping product, branded it, and not even fully branded it, just like Photoshop some images. They should actually brand it, but this is pretty good. Another one a lot of you guys might have seen. These guys really blew up on like Instagram organic. Old Money, cool brand. I'm pretty sure that it's like 2 or 3 kids from like England or South Africa, something like that. This is probably them. But it's really good. It's really clean. And they're, let's see. That's not it. So we can go to the Instagram page. Look, they have like 100,000 followers. They just post really branded content, right? So their content is all about like making kids feel like if they wear this, they're gonna attain wealth, right? So they're selling clothes, but what they're really selling is a lifestyle of old money, of wealth. So it's really, really good branding. And this is what I mean about like creative, is their creatives aren't necessarily like, oh, buy one, get one free, or buy two, get one free, something like that. It's not like a offer based like that. It's more of like a lifestyle. Like this is like one step higher than just positioning your product as like a cheaper alternative or whatever. This is selling a lifestyle, which is really good marketing. These kids are impressive, and you can tell by their similar web numbers, right? 300K. So these kids might be doing like $1 million a month, maybe a little bit more. I find that similar web is not very accurate, and if they're doing these kinds of numbers, they're probably doing over $1 million a month. And then I found like a knockoff of them. I just saw like an Instagram ad. And these guys are smart. They're basically probably just retargeting people. Like they've copied their aesthetic like 100%, colors, fonts, everything. But what I like about what they're doing is they're selling a shit ton of bundles, right? So I clicked on an ad and it came to this page, which is just selling a ton of bundles. So obviously their AOV is really high. So these guys have a really good offer. And if you look at their Facebook ads library compared to Old Money's, you can look at Old Money's some other time. I'm just gonna skip that right now. But Old Money has like it shows like the packaging. It's a lot of UGC stuff like that. These guys are just running like gifts, just showing the product, showing the offer. So they're showing they're almost piggybacking off of Old Money, because a lot of times with Facebook is, people will click on Old Money, maybe they'll scroll, maybe they'll add to cart or whatever, they don't buy. Next ad they'll show is another brand they think is similar, right? So if you start clicking on ads in the same niche, you'll start to see a ton of new ads in that exact same niche, and that's exactly what these people are probably doing. And then they see this ad and they see this crazy bundle for 99 bucks or whatever. They're obviously selling in Europe because it says 99 euros. So they have a really good offer. Their creatives, though, they're not like UGC. Like, they're pretty good. They're clean. They're like very eye-catching, aesthetically pleasing. Like, it shows. I mean, that's just a ton of value in there. You're getting all this, for 99 euros. So it's pretty good, and they are. Look at their similar web. Yeah, so 30K. So they're obviously not at that level, but I mean, I'm curious to see what their similar web will be for June. But I'm assuming these guys are doing, pretty solid. Um, and their Instagram account is, they got 15K followers, but it's a lot of this stuff. And then they just basically pretty sure they ripped Old Money's videos and then just posted on theirs. But yeah, these guys are doing pretty good. And all they did essentially was copy Old Money and focus. It looks to me like focus more on AOV and give people these bundles, right? So this bundle probably costs them 30, 35 bucks, something like that, but they're selling it for 100 euros. So their AOV is going to be really high, but the value that the person gets, like $100 for shoes, pants, a shirt, and a bracelet, like that seems like pretty good value. Um, so this is a pretty cool brand. And then a high level one, right? So this is even beyond my scope. Not this. Nuru. So I don't know the guy who sells this, but I know of him. I've seen his stuff before. Yeah, this guy's doing millions and millions a month. But he is doing like next level, 5 minutes. So his creatives, he's doing VSLs, right? And not just VSLs, he's doing a VSL to review 57 too, right? So he's doing a VSL to a advertorial, right? A super long, like crazy advertorial to a sales page and then to a checkout. So his funnel is like massive. And it's actually like he's so big now that he hired a physical therapist to be like the face of the brand. So kind of like Ezra Firestone was working with Cindy Joseph, I think. He partnered with her to like be the face of the brand. This guy has made this doctor the face of the brand, and he has like a Facebook page and Facebook group and stuff. So it's like massive value. But again, this started out with just drop shipping, and I'm not sure if he sells in the US now or not, or ships from the US. But this is just a branded drop shipping store. And if you look at all the products, like these are like I've sold these before. I've sold these foot patches before. This is obviously a very common drop shipping product. I'm not sure if it says shipping times here, but yeah, he's using Funnelish and a VSL. But this is like top tier drop shipping. These are the types of guys that are making 4, 5, 6 million a month is when they're doing stuff like this. Now I don't expect you to do that, but what I want you guys to know is you can take just about any product you have and really build a brand around it, right? Like these guys, this is just, drop shipping clothes. Like I'm sure tons of people have just sold these shirts, but what they did is they built a brand around it, right? So they built a lifestyle image around these products and sold that and packaged it as this. And I've talked about it before, but like Jolly Skin, they sold basically a nicer version of these shower heads, and they angled it as a beauty product, right? So they built their brand around beauty. They're multi 9-figure brand now. So it's how you take your product and then you position it in the marketplace is how you can set yourself apart from your competitors. And how you do that is with what you're offering. So again, it doesn't need to be like buy one get one free or anything like that. It's just the value that you're offering the customer and the marketing angles, the positioning of your brand, and that's what I help people do in my new like small program. It's only for people who already have experience and already doing some numbers and want to really take it to the next level, build a drop shipping brand out of it, scale it, and then sell it because that's what I have experience doing. So that's what my new program is. I'm only letting in, I think, 5 more people right now for the next 2 months because I really want to provide as much value as possible for the people who join. So yeah, if you are qualified, then meaning you're doing at least like 15-30K a month now, but you want to transition it into like a branded dropshipping store and build it to sell it eventually. Yeah, link is in the description. Click that, book a call, and we'll see if you're a good fit or not. But regardless, guys, what you should do, even if you're brand new at getting dropshipping, is you don't need to start out branded, but once you find something that's working, like again, this brand, like Nuru, that means nothing, right? So it's not like you need to immediately come out the gate and name your brand Old Money. Now, obviously, they had a vision when they started this. They knew exactly what they wanted to do, so that's why they did that. But like Nuru, you could sell. I mean, you could sell anything with this name, Nuru. It's a very basic name that means absolutely nothing, right? Or Noba Lifestyle. Like, you could sell a ton of different things with that name. So once you find something that works, brand it, meaning custom packaging, custom content, and really put some effort into like your socials and stuff. It's not it's not as hard as it sounds, but the payoff is significantly more than just pumping and dumping. So anyways, hopefully you guys got a little bit of value from this video. If you have any questions or recommendations on what you want to see in the next video, that would be appreciated. It's kind of difficult sometimes to come up with videos that I think would actually provide some value for you guys. So yeah, appreciate you guys for watching. Like, subscribe, all that jazz. Appreciate you.